Hello, welcome to this Hurricane Francine update. And right off the bat, they're saying maximum sustained winds 90 miles an hour, but we have a 110 mile an hour wind gust now reported at Eugene Island 25. So that is southeast wind at 92, gusting to 110. So I'll get to your latest advisory in a moment, but I think this thing is strengthening pretty rapidly. So we're going to look at some satellite imagery here. We're going to go right to the satellite imagery here for Francine here. Get right to that because that's a really big indicator here of a strengthening storm. This is not the enhanced. But you can see it's getting close to making a landfall in a matter of probably 5 to 6 hours in Louisiana. And we'll just run this one too as well and see if there's lightning in there, and there is lightning in there as well. So that is definitely showing it's still definitely strengthening even as it nears the coast, and that's what makes this storm so dangerous. We'll go look at another satellite loop, some tropical tidbits. Yep, you see those purples there. That's a sign of a strengthening storm. All right, it looks like it may be starting to weaken a little bit as it nears the coast, but don't be surprised if this thing's definitely doing some interesting stuff as it gets close to the coast here. So let's go to the latest public advisory on Francine. As of 1 p.m., tropical storm conditions now reaching the Louisiana coast. Life-threatening storm surge and hurricane force winds expected to begin in Louisiana during the next several hours. As of 1 p.m., its location is 28.6 north, 92.1 west, about 95 miles southwest of Morgan City, Louisiana, and about 155 miles southwest of New Orleans, Louisiana. Maximum sustained winds are 90 miles an hour, moving northeast at 16 miles an hour. So at least it's picking up some speed. It's not moving too slowly. Minimum central pressure 976 millibars to 8.82 inches, which is exactly what the model had as well. And the hurricane force winds extend out up to 40 miles from the center, and tropical storm force wind extend outward up to 115 miles from the center. And an oil platform east of the center recently reported a sustained wind of 83 miles an hour with a peak wind gust of 102 at an elevation of 102 feet. So they are a bit elevated, but still, that's impressive nonetheless. We're going to go look at some radars, I guess. We have to do that, I guess. So we'll go look at we'll go to the AccuWeather radar first. We'll show you that one first. So, yeah, here it is. So this is Francine here, and you can see here's the eye wall where some of those really strong winds are. And actually, it's probably going to start making a landfall. The eye wall along the Morgan City looks like they're going to be getting hit first, and then New Orleans. So it looks like New Orleans might just escape the eye wall. I'm not even going to bother looking at the models at this point. We're kind of just now casting. But to me, it looks like that center is going to go. We'll put this into motion here. Yeah, it looks like it's moving northeastward, and it does not look like the center is going to hit New Orleans. Right now, it does not look like the center is going to hit New Orleans. So we'll go to some other radars here. Let's go to Morgan City. All right. I don't know if there's a weather service office there, but we'll get the radar from that area, Lake Charles, Louisiana. All right. So here's the radar out of Lake Charles. Yeah, that shows it nicely. It definitely looks like the storm is more front-end loaded as far as the rain goes. You can see definitely some heavy rain going on in the area right here. So, obviously, hurricane warnings are in effect for these areas. Go back to the NHC. Getting the latest on Francine. Looking at our map, you'll see hurricane warnings in effect for Louisiana, for much of the Louisiana coast. Once you get east of New Orleans, it turns into a tropical storm warning. And you go in the western part of Louisiana, tropical storm warning. So, it looks like this thing is going to go just, the center of it is going to go west of New Orleans. It's probably going to go right over Morgan City. That's what it looks like. That's probably where the landfall is going to be at this point. Power outages, I'm sure, are already happening there. Let's see what we got. No, not too many yet. 3,000. Late enough, there are a lot more in California, but that number is expected to grow quite a bit as this thing makes landfall. Again, the worst of the winds. Still kind of offshore at this point. We're seeing some gusts into the 30s. Nothing too crazy yet, but we're going to see this thing make landfall again. And again, 112-mile-an-hour wind gusts now at Eugene Island. That is very impressive. So I still think there's still a small potential this could landfall as a Category 3, or definitely a high-end Category 2. But this is going to be a significant storm for this area. Unfortunately, it looks like the center is not going to go over New Orleans, but hopefully we can avoid the worst of the damage here. Should also look at some of the seas as well. Some of these buoys here. Let's see if we can get some buoys here. So wave height is 12.8 feet. That's pretty high. So I'll update you again on the storm after it makes landfall tonight. We'll see how it made landfall and I'm sure we'll see a lot more power outages as a result. But that's going to be it for this Hurricane Francine update.